Hi, welcome to Ms. Lisa's Bible Story Time. I'm so glad you're here. I love it when you come with me. Okay, we are going to warm up our voices using the red cards. And let's see, this one says, oh, ha. So the ho is low and the ha is higher. Here we go. Oh, ha, ho, ha, ho. Ooh, now is that going to be different or the same when I turn it upside down? Pretty much the same. Okay, let's try this one. This one says, oh, and open your mouth when you do that. Okay. Go back here. Oh. So that one from high to low. When I turn it over, is it going to be the different or pretty much the same? Oh, it's pretty much the same, high to low. Okay, here's one. This one has the zzz, okay, ready, low, medium, high, ready, go. Zip. Will it go low, medium, high if I turn it over? Oh, that one's the same too. Okay, here we go. Remember this one says, ooh, so it's middle, low, high. Here we go. Ooh, ooh. Now when I turn it upside down, will it be different or the same? Well, finally, a different one. Here we go. Your voice needs to be able to go from low to medium to high. Here's woo. 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 So low, high, low, high. Oh, it's the same. Low, high, low, high. Okay, this one says ing, I-N-G. And it goes up a little, then back down, then up a little. Okay. So this is low to high. Let's see what happens when we turn it. No, it's still low to high. So there was only one, there was only one that was different, but all the rest of them were the same. Same and different is an important concept in music. Okay, let's start with our prayer. And it's that song that goes to Twinkle, Twinkle. Whoops. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Okay, I'll pull back a little. Then remember, we'll have our verse at the end of it. Lord, hear me when I call, have mercy and answer me. So we'll put that at the end. Let's be thankful for this day, for our friends and for our play. Let's be thankful, let's be glad for the food and things we have. Let's give thanks for you and me, for our homes and families. Yeah. Oh. Let's think about same and different again. That's the same tune, the same melody as Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, but it has different lyrics. People do that a lot. They use well-known lyrics. Ooh, I forgot this, sorry. Lord, hear me when I call, have mercy and answer me. Boy, I can be so forgetful. But songs often take another melody and put different words to it. And that's one way you can practice writing songs if you would like to try that. Okay, let's listen to our song from last week, or not last, yeah, the last couple of weeks. And I'm just going to play it on the recorder. And remember, the last time, not the very last time, but the time before that when we were doing Lucy Lockett, and now we're doing Apple Tree, those have the same melodies. Please listen. you singing in your head? Lucy Lockett lost her pocket, Kitty Fisher found it. That's okay. Remember, our new words are apple tree. Oh, what am I doing? Lucy Lockett, apple tree, apple tree. Lucy Lockett. It is not the same, Mrs. O'Reilly. It's different. Apple tree. It wasn't the same, was it? It has the same notes, but it's not the exact same melody. Okay, apple tree. Let's sing the solfege. So, so, me, so, me, so, la, la, so, me. Okay, now I'll sing the lyrics. Apple tree, will your apples fall on me? I won't cry, I won't shout, if your apples knock me out. That has, so last week I told you it had the same melody. I meant to say it had the same notes, but in a different order. But you know what? That makes me think of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Let's start that again. And we have twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Now let's look at our prayer. Let's be thankful for this day, for our friends and for our play. So that's got the exact same tune as Twinkle. I'm going to play it again and see if you think of another song. Whoops. Let's try that one. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. That's the exact same, isn't it? Oh, I thought of another one. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Okay, we thought of 4 different sets of lyrics that go with that same melody of Twinkle, Twinkle. That is such a famous melody. A lot of people used it. Okay, so do we have the idea of same and different? And my boo-boo from last week, it had the same notes, not the same tune. Lucy Lockett and Apple Tree. Okay, let's talk about our Bible story now. So we'll talk more about same and different because that's a pretty important concept in music. Oh, you know what? Before we do this is our same and different thing. Mrs. O'Reilly finally figured out what she was doing wrong when I got, and I can't see down there. Let's see if we can scooch it down. Okay, when I got to here and I went Philippians, Colossians, I was starting on a different note to do 1st and 2nd Thessalonians. Well, I finally figured it out. It's the same note that I end on Colossians. Let's see if I can finally do it right. Would you sing with me, please? Matthew, ready, go. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, and Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, now it's 1st Timothy, and it's 2nd Timothy, Titus and Philemon, Hebrews, James, then it's 1st Peter, then it's 2nd Peter, 1st John, 2nd John, 3rd John, Jude, Revelation. Oh, look at that. Same and different thing helped me to sing this right between Colossians and 1st and 2nd Thessalonians. Finally, now we don't have to hear that ugly interval anymore, because I thought and thought and thought about it. Okay, here is our story for today. It's called Jesus Blesses the Children. There he is, Mama. I see him. I see Jesus. Snatching his hand from his mother's, the young boy darted down the path. Boy, I think I'd run too if I saw Jesus. I'd run right to him. Come back here. Stay with us. Laughing, Mama turned to her daughter. Run up and catch up with your brother so he doesn't get into trouble. Jesus had come to their town and everyone was excited to see him. A crowd was already gathering around him to listen to him speak. Mama and Papa hurried to catch up to their children. As they got close to the crowd, they saw their children running toward a group of men. Well, Jesus was behind the men, and the children were having a hard time getting through. Look, there's some grumpy faces on those disciples' heads. They are a little grumpy. Hold on, said a big man angrily, stepping quickly in front of the children. Leave Jesus alone. Don't bother him. Now, I don't think he meant to be angry, but he was trying to protect Jesus because people were always crowding around him. So, but look how it made the children feel. Tears filled the boy's eyes. Gently taking her brother's hand, the little girl quietly spoke. Please, sir, we just want to see Jesus. We won't bother him. By that time, Papa caught up with the children. Out of breath, he hurriedly said, we just want Jesus to bless our children. Other families crowded in close. Us too, one mother said. Can Jesus bless our children too? Shocked at the boldness of these people, the man responded, Jesus can't be bothered. Go away. You think that's how Jesus would have wanted them to act? I don't think so. Without another word, the families around them turned their attention back to Jesus, and they stood close, protecting them from the crowd. Seeing that nothing else could be done, Papa hugged his little boy, and the family sadly turned to leave. I wonder if that was Peter. Peter always had such the big mouth. I always picture that as being Peter. The family hadn't gone far when they heard a voice call out, wait. They turned around. It was Jesus. He was calling them. Maybe the men were wrong and Jesus really didn't mind if they brought their children to him. The little boy was so excited again. Let the children come to me, Jesus said. Don't stop them. For the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. I assure you, anyone who doesn't have their kind of faith will never enter into the kingdom of God. So not only did he teach people there that he loved children, he taught his disciples. Because children were always supposed to be quiet in Jesus' time. The men stepped aside so the families could get closer to Jesus. As they moved, the little boy's face lit up and his feet danced with delight. And finally, he could see Jesus and get close enough to touch him. Squealing with joy, the little boy ran toward Jesus, throwing himself into Jesus' open arms. You know, we can still do that in our imagination. I do that sometimes when I feel a little low. I imagine Jesus there and he gives me a big hug. Because he has given me a big hug all the time. Other children followed right behind the boy, each receiving a hug and a gentle touch from Jesus. Looking into each smiling face, Jesus blessed them. Joy shone in the eyes of the children. They knew they were special. Jesus loved them all very much. Isn't that a great story? Oh, I love that story. Well, what kind of man do you think Jesus was that even children wanted to be close to him and touch him? Think about that a minute. If you see somebody and they look welcoming to you, how do they look? How do you know they would hug you or welcome you? Wish I could hear your answers, but I can't. So I'm going to give you a couple of mine. I bet Jesus smiled a lot at the children. I bet he was kind and gentle. I bet he was really strong too, because he walked constantly and he helped lift fish out of the water. He was a strong man and loving. I bet he had a loving look on his face like we've never seen before. And we'll see when we get to heaven with him. Now, why do you think the parents would trust Jesus to hold their children and touch them and bless them? Why do you think that? I think all the same reasons you would want to, but I think also they would see how wise, how smart he was, how accepting he was. You know, he went up to people that nobody else liked. We didn't get to do the story Zacchaeus, but there's a story about Zacchaeus, and he's a tax collector, and nobody wanted to be by him. And Jesus actually went to him. He was sitting in a tree because he couldn't see, and he went up to him and he said, Zacchaeus, come down from the tree, and I want to go to your house and eat with you today. Well, nobody ate with tax collectors. He was very kind. He was very accepting. And Zacchaeus, because Jesus accepted him and loved him, changed his life, and he quit cheating people and everything. So let's see, he was caring. Oh, and think of all the miracles he had done. So of course you would want Jesus to touch and bless your child because they saw that he was the Son of the living God. Okay, so one more question. What do you think your parents want you to be like and act when you get older? I'm betting they want you to be wise. They want you to be smart. They want you to care. They want you to care about your work that you do, things they ask you to do. I'm sure they want you to be strong and healthy. So you eat your vegetables and your fruits and your proteins. And I bet they want you to be good workers. So when you get a job, you can earn good money. And where do you learn to be a good worker and all those things? In school. So work hard in school, and then things will be better for you if you learn a lot. Okay, I want to show you. Remember how creative God was? And he created children. Oh, it's kind of, here we go. So here's a little girl from Turkey. And look at how different her clothes are. So he even gave us different ideas. He and she gave us different ideas of how to dress. Oh, this little girl is from Jamaica. I would love to go there for a vacation. Isn't she a cutie? So is the first one. These children are all so precious in Jesus' sight, just like you are. Here's a guy, he's from Botswana. Botswana is, if I get him out of the glare, Botswana is a country in Africa. Look how different all their skin colors are. You know, some people in this world right now, they think if you have a different skin color that you're not as good as them. Well, that's just not true. So I want you to see all the beautiful colors that God created in people's skins and all the different ideas he gave them of ways to dress. This little girl, oh, the first one, was she from Turkey? No, she was from Poland. This little girl is from Turkey. Dude, that's not your Thanksgiving dinner. That's also a country, not just your Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, look at that beautiful smile on her face. Oh, I love this one. Look at that hat. I have never seen a hat like that. This little girl is from China. And that's her ceremonial dress. You know how most of these kids dress? Pretty much like you and me. We wear our jeans and our t-shirts. Oh, here's a beautiful little girl from India. And she's wearing a lady's outfit that's called a sari, S-A-R-I, and it just wraps all around her. Oh, what a beautiful little face. Oh, look at this girl. She's from Laos. Laos is a country that's close to Vietnam. That's a country we were at war with when I was a little kid. So glad we're not at war with them anymore. What a beautiful, oh, here's a guy. What a handsome guy. He is from Russia, and he has an instrument in his hand that looks kind of like a ukulele thing, but it's got a triangle body, and it's called a balika. It has a really interesting sound. If you want to hear it, you can listen to music online from all these different countries. Oh, this guy, I think he looks really happy. He is from Indonesia, and look what he is working with, bananas. We get our bananas, maybe some of them from Indonesia. Maybe he actually picked some. Here's a little girl from Ecuador. I think that's Central America. And I get confused of Central and South America. Ooh, there's lots of sun there. She's having to squint her eyes a little bit. Oh, now these two ladies look pretty solemn. And I know in this country of Iran, women have to be kind of solemn. They have to act a little differently than we do here in the United States. Here's another gentleman. No, this is a lady. She is from Guatemala. That again is south of the United States. Isn't she beautiful? So are her clothes. I love all those colors. Now here's a very serious gentleman. I don't think he has to be, but he is a serious guy. He's from Cuba. And that's a country that's right south of Florida. And he's got a guitar there, and it's his size. They make guitars in kid sizes too. Oh, look at this lady. We know about this. This little lady is from Mexico. And in New Mexico, we've seen lots of people from Mexico. Now this guy is from Mongolia. Ooh, it would be fun to look up where all these places are. And his culture has to do with a lot of horses and that kind of thing. And they have some things called throat singing. If you would want to look that up and listen to it, it's very, very interesting. Oh, here's a little guy from Pakistan. You know, that shirt looks like a shirt I've seen here, and a lot of our clothes are made in Pakistan. Now look at this gentleman. He is from Greece, and he is in a traditional man's dancing outfit. And we don't need to laugh because it looks like a dress. In Scotland, my ancestors, men wear kilts that look like skirts. And they're not thought any less masculine. And I don't know what this outfit is called, but I know it's for their traditional dances. And the men dress up like this too. So I bet he's learning to dance. Oh, look at that smiley girl. She is from Japan. And I bet she's looking at whoever's taking her picture. She looks so happy. Oh, look at these guys. They look pretty happy too. And they're from the continent of Africa. I have to move it like this so the sun doesn't get on it. They're from a country called Tanzania. Now I want you to look at some Little League players. They're playing Little League baseball. And you know, some of their little faces look just like all those other people from other countries. That's because our country is made up of kids from all over the world. Now I want you to see all those faces and skin colors and know that Jesus loves those children just like he loves you. And I want you to think about the Lord and Creator of heaven and earth and the whole universe loves each of these children just like he and she loves us. Let's do My God is So Big. Are we ready? My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. My God can make everything new. The mountains are his, the rivers are hers, the stars are her handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you and you and you and you and you and you and me. God bless you guys. I'll see you next time, I hope. Have a good week.